Good evening, everyone. I would like to invite you to Crazy Critter Creations. Today I'm going to make a top, which actually what I'm going to do is just texture a top and get some colors on it. But I'm going to show you a way that you can take each one of these parts and make sure that each one of them get their own distinct texture or color or tint. Um, I like to break them down where where the strings can be different colors, the feathers can be different colors, the beads will be different colors, stitching, everything about this can have its own distinct colors. Because right as it sits right now, if you change nothing and you like go over to the right hand side of your screen here to your layers and add a layer, and we'll just call it tint for now. And you're to add a color to this, and then under mode we will say grain merge because we want it to merge to the grain. So we got to go darker than that. That's a little out yonder in left field. Um, Being this is a real light top. Okay, take away some of that. Okay, so you can leave that just like it is, but if you notice, everything is the same color. The beads are the same color as the top, the fray, the feathers, the ribbon, it's all the same color. So I don't want that. I don't want it to all be the same color. So in order to get it where I can have feathers of a different color or beads or whatever, you have to make groups in your layers over here. Now, as you can see, I've already made some groups. I have the beads group and the ribbons group and the strings group. And inside each one of those, it's a little plus sign next to them. Under beads, or the beads on the string and the beads on the bra. If I click the texture and then the color, see they're all different colors now than just the top. It makes it look really, really nice. So you can change stuff up. And if I go to the ribbons base, and do that, now I've got a different color ribbon. And if I go down here to the strings, I can do the same thing with the strings. Now I have all different colors, and I can still, if I really want to, I can still go and, like, say for the feathers, if I want the feathers to be different colors, I can add a group. I'll rename it though, edit, and we're going to call it feathers base. Okay, and I'm going to put the feathers in there, and then I'm going to add 2 layers to that. Add 1 layer and call it call it feathers texture, and then I'm going to right click, add another layer and call it feathers color. Okay, now what's the feathers? We're gonna highlight that texture part when you go find a good texture here for it. For the feathers, and we want that to go grain merge. And for the color, we are going to choose the one that we already have, and we'll go grain merge on the color as well. Now everything in this thing has its own distinct color. Now the one thing I am going to do is this base comes with a nipple feature, and I'm going to turn that off. I'm not real interested in that. You don't need to see a woman's nipples through her dang clothing. If you want to do that, then make it sheer. Uh, and you can do that by turning things down. Like, let's see what we got here. Okay, so I can turn the white top base off on that. Let's see what happens if I go back and turn this back on. Yeah, it's too much. Let's see, just by turning the white base, just by turning the white base parts of that off, I can get a more in-depth shadow effect in that clothing. And great. Now I gotta keep that, and that right there, yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we'll keep that. Now, what I like is when you buy these templates, sometimes they'll add this human anatomy kind of like sample page here, and if you turn it on, you can see what your top's going to look like on the you know, how each piece is going to fit and how it's going to look when it actually gets on the avatar. So I'll turn that back off so I can see my picture. Okay, now I don't have to keep that same temp base right there. Okay. Where is my feathers at? There they are. Okay. Alright, so I would probably just keep the texture on that one because I like to give it that little brown texture to the smoke brown kind of texture to the feathers. But now that's actually a finished shirt or a finished top. So what I would do now that I got that is I will go, I think it's a nice looking top, so I'm going to save it. I'm going to export this as a PNG, and I'm going to call it underscore I really don't know what I'm going to call it. So we're just going to do that for now. And I'm going to save it as a PNG, and I'm going to put it on CCC, put it on there, uploaded, and I'm just going to save it in that folder, and I'll create another folder for it later. PNG. When the window pops up though, don't change anything, leave it just like it is, just push export and you're done. Okay, now this thing, since I have done this, I am going to save this file because I have actually changed it. Now, if I go to open, I can go back and I can show you what I just made. This is what it's going to look like when you bring it up in an editor or whatever you're going to do with it. But that right there essentially is it's ready to be uploaded to Second Life and added to your avatar. So your avatar will have a new top. And we'll do that on the next video. And we're going to learn how to make pants as well. Thanks for your time, and hope to see you again.